Welcome to HeroQuest fans. All right. Well, we have been doing our best to keep up with the news from the UK Gaming Expo. They've been posting all kinds of information about the new HeroQuest expansion, Jungles of Delthrak. Don't want to sound like a sponsored video, we're not. But Avalon Hill had some people there in the UK showing off Jungles of Delthrak. We got to see the miniatures. I wasn't there personally, but thanks to all your wonderful reporting, you and the community. We got to see the miniatures, we got to see the tiles, we got to see most of the cards. We even got a little glimpse of the quest book. So looks pretty cool. And of course, shout out and thank you to the Avalon Hill team, especially Carmine, aka Chris Nato, and Avalon Bill, aka Bill Mort, who are no longer with the company. They were cut from the employee roles right before Christmas, which sucked, of course. We talked about it on the Rantcast. But we can definitely say that they were involved in this last expansion. Now, they do have planned other expansions for the future, such as HeroQuest First Light, which we know very little about at this point, other than it's some sort of starter set or a new beginning for HeroQuest. So here's hoping that that same spirit that was present when Chris and Bill were there continues on, and we should have many more good years of new HeroQuest content. Of course, the fans will keep it going no matter what, but I'm just saying, as long as they support it officially, I hope they continue that on that trajectory. But it looks like we're going to be getting more of that kind of same spirit. Some people were pointing out that some of the miniatures are repeated from other expansions, but it looks like they've made little tweaks, little changes, little artwork additions, so it's not just flat out, okay, here's more of this same character that you already know everything about. So pretty cool. Anyway, as usual, shout out to Carl Casey at White Bat Audio. Check him out on YouTube for the music. Now, I did a risky thing. I am simulcasting the recorded discussion that we had on Discord about Jungles of Delthrak. So if you can't focus on the quest, if you'd rather focus on what we're talking about with Jungles of Delthrak, by all means, go check out the replay of the video on YouTube. It wasn't a live stream on Twitch, so I don't have to worry about any kind of delays or anything like that. And I know Glasgow Gargoyle sends his regrets he couldn't make it this weekend. Now, Saturday, we are not doing Rise of the Dread Moon this Saturday, tomorrow, because I'm going to be gone on another little short vacation, but then I'll be back, and we should be back to a fairly regular schedule. There's a possibility there's one weekend in June I might be taking off, but I'll try to let you all know ahead of time so people can plan accordingly if they want to check us out or not check us out if we're not here. So we've got Bohemius here. Call for heroes. We need heroes tonight. Hey, Ribby. He says, I'd really like to explore the new hero options. It's really driving me berserk. Yes. I mean, we could do a quick rundown of the things that we learned. I don't want to take up the entire game time talking about that, but shout out to everyone in the chat, especially you, Doxio. Thanks for coming back. I know some folks were here earlier, maybe waiting for us to stream. But yeah, I did it on Discord because I wanted it to be something that we could just post like ASAP without a lot of waiting in between because it's such a hot topic right now. So yeah, let me share my screen real quick. Bohemius, you don't mind, do you?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, we're kind
Go
of
ahead.
waiting for people.
Go for it.
We're kind of waiting for people anyway, as it turns out.
I love this kind of things.
Yeah, as we're together discovering the new things and speculating
Oh, yeah.
what it is until we actually play it. So there's where we left our heroes, and somehow Zargon got an extra. I think it should be at 9. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit of Jungles of Delthrak. We got to acknowledge it here first. So these were the cards more recently that were posted. In this image, you can clearly see that the cultists are back, except they're called Blight Weavers now, and they are green. And the stats appear to be the same. I noticed they've added little epithets to each of the characters. If I'm using that term correctly, a little saying, a little phrase about each one. So you can see at the bottom, it is
keywords.
Keywords, yeah. It isn't necessarily just, oh, this character can do this special thing. It's
By the way, we got the tiger. That's a tiger. That thing.
Yeah. And I was wrong. I was thinking that, oh, this is the exact same Goblin Archer artwork we got before, but actually, in the remake of Against the Ogre Horde, they had the bomb thrower. They call them archers, but the female ones have these little like fire pots or grenades, and then the male ones have these boomerangs. And we got the giant ape.
Yep, we didn't add the representation of the male goblin. Now we got the card.
Yep. So if you have both of them, I mean, you get a little extra treat there. Oh yeah, it doesn't go to the end. Yeah, and so dinosaurs are canon in HeroQuest now. We have raptors. You bred raptors. But you can see the two cards are different.
They've always been
monster. Oh, were there other dinosaurs?
Even Games Workshop had their
Games
raptor creatures.
Yes. So even though Games Workshop is no longer involved in HeroQuest, there is still a tribute to the old lore. I always appreciate that.
Always.
Yeah.
You can see at every step they do, they put a little bit of lore of Games Workshop.
Yeah.
Just
without treading on
something there was some
IP toes, they still pay tribute to it. Yeah, and I do have, I don't have it memorized by any means, but I have the Warhammer Fantasy Battle 3rd Edition core rulebook. Even though I never plan to play that game, I mean, unless someone invites me, I guess. Don't have the resources to put together a good army or anything or play. Although Warhammer the Old World is back, so I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that are re-interested in that sort of thing. But yeah, it looked like they just took the Citadel Miniatures catalog. Like, here's all these generic fantasy characters we have, and let's write rules for all of them, and let's write lore for all of them, and just throw them all in there. So D&D has dinosaurs as well. So yeah, so you've got a monster version, and you've got an ally, an animal ally, and they can open doors. So tribute to Jurassic Park. We've got the giant serpent. We got the skeleton archer, which looks to be the same as before. The skull blight is the name of the swamp creature. The berserker is like the barbarian hero, but he's actually quite different. He has 3 skills. We've got the explorer, which is the dwarf type hero who has 3 skills and again different stats. Although the explorer can disarm traps in the same way the dwarf can. Has more mind points, fewer body points. So we've got the blight crawler is the name of the giant spider. There are other spiders, but they're in tile form. So I was looking at the spawnling. So they can actually attach themselves to heroes and do extra damage. So actually on their own they seem pretty innocuous, but together they could cause some real problems for a hero. If a hero ends their turn with a spawnling tile on their card, they take 1 body point damage for each spawnling attached to them. This damage cannot be defended against. Only have 1 body point. So I guess you could just roll any skull to kill them, I suppose. And do they keep doing damage until you get rid of them? Of course, it's probably explained in the quest book. It's probably clarified there. Just because it's not on the card doesn't mean it's not explained. Were you going to say something, Bohemius? I didn't mean to just go off on a rant there.
Oh, no. I was not talking. No, maybe I said the tiger. We got the tiger.
The tiger.
The fang. It's called the one in the left corner of the The Saberfang is
Saber.
resembling a lot as a
Yeah,
tiger.
that was one of the last ones that was revealed
Hmm.
because so it's supposed to be a tiger. Yeah, I was thinking like evil teddy bear. It's a drop bear. It's a marsupial
Yeah.
killer. What is it? So 10 movement, 2 attack. You can't quite read what that says. It does something. 3 defend dice, 5 body points, 1 mind point. It's an ally. I could guess it attacks diagonally, but I'm not confident in that. But the raptor can move, attack, move. The hero version, whereas the monster version cannot. Clever tactician. Oh, clever girl. Yeah, it's definitely heavy on the Jurassic Park tribute references. I was going to say they're bringing that movie back to theaters, but it's like Jurassic Park and Back to the Future are the two movies that they seem to bring back the most, like to theaters. It's like every year that some major city will be showing it. You can watch it if you want to on the big screen. So it's kind of overexposed, but it's nice that it's there. Yeah. So there were some other
What?
images. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
No, what I meant is the tiger is should be the unreleased pet of the mage pack.
Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying now. Sorry, I wasn't tracking. Yeah, the
Hmm.
Wizard Quest pack.
I was trying to connect. Yes,
Sabretooth, no
yeah, the
tiger.
wizard. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hmm. So they made a creature that is like a between a tiger. That is like a.
Hmm.
It's not exactly a tiger.
But it's a white tiger.
Yeah.
It looks like it.
Yeah. Hmm.
Now, as far as its abilities, I don't think they're the same because if I remember correctly, it was the Sabretooth Snow Tiger was supposed to be a 2 square monster, so similar to, or creature, similar to like your giant wolves. And it could do
Yes.
3 attacks, not just 2, 3. And they would be stacked just like they were planning but never implemented the idea of they if they attack one target, it's like one big roll and you defend at the end. But at first, it's a bad guy. You defeat it, you tame it, or whatever, and then it becomes an ally. So, but yeah, you're probably right. It probably goes in the spiders. That was also the wizard quest pack. Now there is
Yes.
a connection to Keller's Keep with
Or
this. Go ahead. Yeah,
yes.
yeah. That's all I was gonna say. Now I don't have to. I'm not gonna go back through all the pictures that we looked at because then we'd just do another 2-hour stream of this. But just a couple key images. Let's see if I can get that going here. Oh, I know what I'll do. So is Ribby playing tonight? Maybe not. Just asking. Oh, he was at work the last I checked. Okay, I know this is a little bit crappy here, but so there's our 2 heroes and 2 flavors each. The miniatures are always the things they show the most. Okay, so there's our posed CGI miniatures. There's the cards. So we've got the Explorer, as you can see, 2255, starts with a hand axe, can disarm traps like a dwarf. Berserker 3272 starts with a broadsword. We don't know what's on the back, the details of that hero, special abilities yet, but they each have 3 skill cards, and it seems like they can be used over and over again. In the case of the Explorer dwarf, with the Berserker, 2 of the abilities can only be used when you've taken damage, like when your body points are like at a lower ebb, which is interesting. Yeah, Trapsmith. So there's some like avoiding of traps while moving. There's these abilities. Got new artifacts. We've got new alchemy, but there's only 3 in a deck. I'm kind of wondering if maybe there's a table or something that they put in the booklet if you don't have Rise of the Dread Moon. And those new cultists have Channel Dread as one of their spells, but they also have Creeping Grasp, which I'm not 100% sure what. I can't really read the text, so I don't quite know what it is. Other people may have figured this out by the time you watch this, but there's a new hazard to Giant Centipede. That's great. And some others that we can't see. So I'm sure more stuff will come out. So I'll just quickly show you the various pictures. You can slow that down and look at it if you want. Thanks to everyone who posted these. We get some Crypt of Perpetual Darkness vibes with some of this stuff. The old rumors were true. There they are. Yeah, there's our cards, and Talisman is there as well. Choose your own adventure. Okay, that's it. Alright, are we ready to play Hero Quest? Still just you and me so far.
Of course.
Excellent. Okay, well, if anybody is watching us live on Twitch, we're not live on YouTube, but if watching us on Twitch, we do have hero slots open. You're welcome to join us. Here on twitch.tv/HeroQuest fans, we play most Fridays and Saturdays. Check the schedule for alterations and details. But yeah, you can interact live with us using the chat, the Twitch chat, using your gold coins or channel points. So below where it says send a message, you can interact that way. If you want to control a hero, though, we recommend you join our Hero Quest fans Discord. Go into the voice channel known as Quest Talk. Introduce yourself, give us your handle or whatever, tell us what hero you want to control, and we'll guide you through it. All you really need for this is pencil and paper. We roll dice virtually, thanks to Ribby's awesome mentor bot, which is very easy to use. We'll show you how to use that. So it's pretty simple. You don't have to have Hero Quest at home, although having some experience helps. Not required. We've definitely brought people in who've never played before and had a great time. So let me just... That was bugging me there. Now it's lined up. Okay, so Ribby says... I can never make the Fridays. Yeah, because of work. Spawnling together. Always work Monday to Friday till 4 p.m. See, this time works great for me. It doesn't work well for a lot of people, so sorry about that. Explorer can be used over and over, says Ribby. Berserker is the other way around. Can only use when body point is above threshold. No, it's wrong. It's above. It's below. Either way, fine. Hey, Wardicon. Well, thanks for tuning in during your work day. It's kind of like you could be listening to talk radio, you could be listening to music. Instead, you're listening to us, or maybe us with something else. So when we last left our heroes, they were playing Mage of the Mirror. We are in Quest 10, Silvermane's Lair, also known as the Hidden Realms. We've got the Barbarian and the Elf inside this room. There was a fallen block trap, a pit trap, a couple of other potential traps revealed. A secret door was revealed last. Although it is technically Zargon's turn, so I can take my turn. We've got Princess Melandriel in tow with the dwarf. We've got a mercenary crossbowman here. Trap door, which leads to another trap door over here.
And his name is John C.
Hey, we're at full volume. Okay, so they fixed the sound alerts. We've got John Cena at full volume. That's great. Thank you. We got a skeleton. We got an orc. Now I'm kind of forgetting. Wasn't there another mercenary, or did he die? I'm kind of forgetting. Because for a while he was hanging out over here. We might have lost
I
him.
think he's the one. He's the last one.
Okay. So sad. Well, and according to the quest book, and they didn't change this in the remake version, you're supposed to actually leave all the stuff from the first quest 9 when you cross over into quest 10. So the board fills up with stuff. So we'll see if they actually included enough assets in the box to make that happen without proxying. So yeah, and then the heroes do have, since you're controlling everything, Bohemius, I'll give you a rundown. So we've got the elf is at 2 body points, and he has 35 gold, potion of vision, celerity or elven speed potion, fire resistance, superior restoration, 2 1d6 healing potions. Oh, so he should actually have 3 then. There we go. Potion of dexterity he gave to the crossbowman. So the crossbowman actually has dexterity and a potion of warmth also. And the elf also has magic resistance against damage. He has 2 of those. Antidote, 2 potions of alchemy. He's of course wearing the elven bracers, so his body point maximum goes up to 8 and his mind points go up to 5. Weapon wise, well, he has a toolkit, but weapon wise he has the warhammer, longsword, a shield, which I believe is enabled right now, equipped, helmet, the rallying horn, which he hasn't used yet, elven chainmail, a longbow, the ancient staff, which has 5 total uses, he has not used it yet, sky orb, has 4 total uses, he hasn't used it yet, he's got a spear, he also has the elven bow of vindication, which has 4 arrows that have not been used yet. So he is pretty well stocked. But spell-wise, he has used all of his earth spells and all of his elf spells. Skill-wise, or combat card-wise, he has dodge and trip. That's what the elf has. All right, any questions about the elf?
No, I just took some. Not all of the data, but yes, I got
You can always
the idea.
ask later, of course, if you need to. The barbarian. So the barbarian he is carrying a brass key. He has 2 skill cards, Berserker Fury and Hidden Reserves. It's the barbarian.
Okay.
He has 1,485 gold coins. Potion-wise, he has a potion of speed. He has 2 Wolf's Bane potions. Potion of Frost Skin. He has Superior Restoration. He has 2 +4 healing potions. He has Fire Resistance. People keeping track at home may have said, well, didn't he have a 1d6 healing? Well, that was used up. He has Heroic Brew. 2 magic resistance against damage, so 2 of those. And 1 magic resistance against all spell effects. He also, of course, is carrying the Amulet of the North, so his body point maximum is at 10. And his mind point maximum is at 3. But he is down to 3 body points. And equipment-wise, he has the cold iron plate, which he is not wearing. He is wearing the elven chainmail and a helmet. He's wielding a great sword, which goes by many names. Some call her Old Betsy, others Wendy, Lucille, Molly the Murderess, Stabby McStab. Just don't call her late to the battle. We've got a crossbow in his inventory as well, along with his famous whip, no fedora, a toolkit, a buckler, which is not being used at the moment, a warhammer, a hand axe, and a longbow. Did you get all that?
Yep.
Okay, so that's the barbarian. Then we've got the Ortegon says the Cena price was hit with some steep inflation. Whew. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Actually, did they just... I know I adjusted some of the prices, but I better double check that to make sure they didn't... Yeah, the John Cena one is hilarious. Yeah, I put all the sound alerts at 1,000. I'm not saying you guys would spam them, but... Actually, I'm going to go in and change that because some of them shouldn't be that high. Thanks for the notice. I see Elviler has updated his web page, so we probably should go over that before we actually start. But let me get back into the rewards here. Channel points. We're kind of waiting on some people as well. Let's just say 500 is a little more reasonable. We're slashing prices, folks. Okay, I think that's good now. Refresh and see what you got. See what you think. All right, so the dwarf. The dwarf has actually used feint, but he does have luck remaining. His luck remains. It's a skill. He's down to 1 body point, and he is, of course, protecting Melandriel, the princess, who has a sling. We decided that she could actually use the sling on his turn as a 1-die ranged attack. The dwarf has 1,955, so 1955 gold. His potions include the Wolf's Bane, magic resistance against all. He's got 2 of those. He's got 3 1d6 healing potions, fire resistance, 2 antidotes, potion of airwalk. He also possesses the Bone Wand. That's that artifact that lets you take control of skeletons once per quest. Weapon-wise, he's got the Battle Axe, which is not enabled at the moment. He's got the crossbow, the tower shield, which I believe he is using, helmet, elven chainmail, halberd, rallying horn, and the longsword. Any questions about the dwarf's inventory or stats? No? Okay. And then the wizard is not in play, but if somebody joins and wants to take control of the wizard, for example, that would be fine. Just let us know. There was also a bard at one time, or a pirate. Could be used. All right. With all that aside now, I think we're ready to start. So thanks for your patience. So it is Zargon's turn. So we're going to say skeleton moves forward, 1, 2, 3, to attack the dwarf. Let me get our Discord screen back on there. All right, skeleton attacks. 2 skulls, dwarf. At the moment, Bohemius is controlling all the heroes, but if other people join, happy to.
7 is correct, right?
Yes.
Because he's using the tower shield.
Yep.
Okay.
Fully stocked. Okay, no damage. All right, orc moves in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think the orc is going to attack the crossbowman. Two skulls, crossbowman. Lucky McArcher is what they call him. Ooh. He's down.
Does he have only the potion of agility, something like this, right?
He's got the potion of warmth. He could use that.
So let's use it.
He drags himself to his feet. He's alive, but he has only 1 body point left. Okay, so we'll cross off the warmth. All right, hero's turn. So Bohemius, I understand you got a lot to control there, but we're starting with the elf, so...
Yeah, so the elf just move goes to the secret door and opens it.
Okay, don't need to roll, it only takes 2.
Yeah, just 2.
All right, so he opens the door to the northern room. Let's see what you see. All right, inside there is a closed door. An alchemist bench. And some orcs. Let's see, is there anything else? Just want to check. All right, that's all you see.
Okay. The elf had brought the last adventure a potion of vision. So could you check traps and?
Good point.
Mhm.
Thanks for reminding me there.
Yeah, remember, because I did all the maneuver with the barbarian purpose to save him from a trap.
Yeah. Okay, so you're able to see into the room. You don't see any traps or secret doors.
Okay, so I'm going to arm the longbow and shoot the rightmost orc.
Let me roll for elites here. Starting from left to right. Okay, they're all normal orcs. Go for it.
Okay. 2 skulls.
Okay, so that was the one on the right?
Yeah.
All right. Got him.
Okay. The dwarf. The dwarf going to attack the orc.
Ah!
Okay. Does he have a longsword? The dwarf. Remember.
Let me double check here. Yes, he does.
Okay. So attack with the longsword, holding the tower shield. 1.
Okay. Alright, the orc defends. Got him.
We totally forget the crossbowman because he's under the elf control.
Oh. Yeah, whoops.
No, well,
You can still go
oops.
for it. Yeah, it's a lot to manage. Go for it. You can control him.
So it's going to move 1 square south and attack. He does attack with a 3. No, with 2 squares.
Well,
Can I move 2 squares? Yes, because he used a broadsword, right?
yes.
Yes.
Now, Avalon Hill would say he can attack from right there, but I'm saying either adjacent or one away. 3 skulls.
3 skull.
Wow. Okay, well, he feebly rolls 2, and he's blown away. Princess gives him a little high five, a little fist bump.
Yeah.
Yay!
Then the barbarian.
I think you had a bone to pick with him.
Barbarian is going to 2 squares to the north and attack the yellow shirt orc.
Alright. Gold shirts in Star Trek were known to get killed on away missions. No less than red shirts.
This orc is a captain too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing you got to keep in mind. I mean, you know, Uhura and Scotty were red shirts, and they, well, without spoiling too much, there's some episodes where characters get killed. Okay. 2 skulls. Wow. All right. Got him.
And your turn, Zargon.
One bites the dust. All right, this orc is gonna move over and attack. He missed. Seeing those other orcs go down must have thrown off his hands were sweaty. He's vomit on his sweater already. Okay, that's it for Zargon. Back to you.
So
Elf.
the elf is going to step 1 step. Let me roll for the movement. Which you... Seven. Okay, that's enough. I'm going to go 2 square north, 2 square right.
You can only move 1 square.
2 north. Okay. 1. 1 square north. Yeah, from that position.
I think we might have a delay. And then after entering the room, then where does he go?
He want to get 2 squares from the orc to his right. that is the location, the final location. Yes, you want to go there and shoot with the longbow, the orc.
Twang. Not with the bow of vindication yet.
Ah, not yet.
Just absolutely overkill him. Okay, well, I mean, looks like he's doing pretty well even without it. There's just nothing.
Longbow is a pretty powerful weapon. Then we got the dwarf.
Oh, don't forget the crossbow.
No, the crossbow. Since I don't know which direction we're going to go,
Well,
I
this
don't want
is
to
a-
risk the trap.
Yeah.
So I'll stay there with the crossbow.
Okay. Yeah, there's two ways you could go as far as
Yeah.
yeah, and then or unless you want to backtrack through the dangerous trapdoor. Okay.
So the dwarf
Dwarf.
is going to enter the next the room on the left, the one with the table, just at the entrance there, and searches for traps.
Okay. All right, no traps detected.
Okay. The barbarian searches for treasures.
Ah, excellent. Yeah, you guys have used up all your safe searches, so it's just a regular treasure search. The first hero to search for treasure in this room finds an elven potion of speed on the bench. This potion grants the elf 12 squares of
Great.
movement and 2 extra attacks per turn until the elf suffers at least 1 body point of damage.
So he will just move 2 square to the right and give it to the elf because anyway he cannot use it, right?
Correct. Alright, so now the elf has 2 of those.
And that's it. Your turn.
Alright, no monsters on the board. I get to draw a card. Yes, I like that one. Alright, back to the heroes.
The elf approaches the door and opens it.
Alright, he opens the door. Revealing the room. Okay, inside this room he sees, first thing he sees, a Famir. But also, a couple of goblins.
Nothing else?
Oh. Goblin and a treasure chest.
Okay. Secret doors and traps?
Oh, because you can see. Okay, so the elf's potion of vision is still working, so he's able to see that ceiling looks weak. Ceiling looks weak. Ceiling looks weak. And the floor looks weak.
Okay. And no secret doors. This room is it's giant crap. Okay, let me see how much I can move. I moved 3 up until now, right? 1, 2, 3. I'll move 2 squares south, 1 square to the right, and shoot with the longbow.
Okay.
Two.
Oh, I got to roll for elites. Okay. So the 3 goblins from left to right, and then the familiar. Okay, so they're all normal. All right. No such luck then. Okay, just the familiar for defense. Ching, and a hit. So he's damaged.
Okay. Then we got the dwarf. Then it's going to search for treasures.
All right, searching for treasure in that room there with the table. Wandering monster.
There you go.
Monster stalks you and attacks. Alright, let's see. In this quest, 2 Chaos Warriors.
Easy. I think it's the first time we get Wandering Monster in this quest. Okay.
Alright, so they attack immediately. Alright, the one to his left first.
Yep.
Mentorbot's just a little bit slow. Wordicon, bonus treasure search. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't see that till now. Darn it. Okay. Elf should shoot with a color change. Oh, I'm sorry, Wordicon. I missed that. You see, it's because I had the chat in a different spot. I'm sorry about that. Okay. If you would like to re-roll your... Let's do a roll color. Let's just see what it was. Yeah, Mentorbot's delayed. Not sure why I put red there. All right. Ribby, are you able to restart? Hey, Jacer's here. I think Mentorbot is stuck. All right, that's okay. We'll figure it out here. Here's my little dice thing. All right, I don't normally do this, but okay. So it's black. So, Bohemius, if you'd like to re-roll your 4 dice in black, and I'll re-roll my defense. How's that sound? Maybe? All right, Mentorbot is goofing up on us.
Yeah,
Like,
I was waiting for
just a moment.
Mentorbot to answer. No.
Okay, well, and I should just send Ribby a message here. All right, we're going somewhat old school here. Just grabbing the dice, physical dice. I just need one more. Just a moment. Okay, so you were supposed to roll. Just drop in stuff. 4 black dice. Okay, 3 skulls. In response, I roll 3 defend dice. Nothing. Got him. That turned out better. So we're back to regular dice. Sorry it took so long. Should always keep the stuff on hand in case something goes wrong. All right. Unfortunately, though, we'll just be doing manual dice, but that's okay. Now that I got all my dice,
Got him!
got him. Okay, so after the elf did that, he took out the monster, and there is a bonus treasure search after the fact. Okay, so after the dwarf is the barbarian.
Yeah. So the familiar is not there anymore,
Right.
right? Okay. And let me roll the 2d6.
Oh, okay. That's working at least. Maybe he reset it.
I think my video is frozen. Give me a second. I'm going to reset the call.
Sounds good.
There you go. Yes. So I just enter inside the door and attack diagonally the goblin.
Hey, Rob Champ. Ah, we're back. Thanks, Ribby.
Thanks, Ruby.
I'll keep these dice on hand just in case.
You thought I forget to attack with the Chaos Warriors, by the way.
Oh, Chaos Wars. Whoops.
If Jace want to roll for the defense of the
Yeah,
dwarf, I'm
Jacer's
happy
here. Yeah, he got the
to
two.
relinquish.
I got all goofed up. Okay, yeah. So we got the double wandering monster, 2 Chaos Warriors. They should roll to attack him. So let's roll that now. Looks like it's working to me. Didn't do anything, but I will take credit. Good old Ruby. Thanks, Ruby. All right, so the one on the left is going to attack him. 2 skulls. Okay, dwarf defends. 7. Jacer, if you want to roll, we've just been controlling your characters in your absence. If you're not ready yet, we can... Okay, he's ready. Oh, he's ready. Ching, and a hit. So, dwarf goes down. Ugh. Should have lots of healing if he wants to. Okay, so he's using a 1d6. Got back a 3. So he's alive. Back with 3. Okay. All right. Other Chaos Warrior attacks him. Maybe my red dice just aren't working. Ah, okay. Weird. Alright, 4 skulls. Thanks, Rob Champ. I appreciate that. Cha-ching! And 2 more hits. Live with 1. Hold on, guys. I just got a message here. I better check it. Just one moment. Oh, that's cool. Yep. Just some appreciation from an old friend for Jungle to Delthrak. Okay, very cool. All right. So after that, that was the dwarf's turn. So the barbarian, he wanted to attack. So we'll honor the attack that he did earlier. He rolled 4 skulls. So I think he annihilated that goblin. Alright, so we took that goblin out. It was there.
And it's the Sargon's turn.
Okay. Yeah, they can't hide behind the safety of those traps. All right, let's move this goblin in. 3 to attack. Oh, now red works. Thank you, Ribby, for fixing it again. He missed. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go to attack the barbarian again. You missed. These are not the lucky goblins you're looking for.
Thanks, Ribby.
All of Kurgan's rolls will be
Nice
bad
fix.
from now on. Because I complain too much. No, I'm just joking. Or am I? Okay. Okay. It is still my turn, so I could move those Chaos Warriors if I wanted to. I mean, they're in such a good spot already. Yeah, I'll just have them attack again. So the first Chaos Warrior attacks. 2 skulls, Jacer. We've got space for heroes if any of you want to control heroes, you in the chat. Alright, so he completely combo breakered that. He gets a wrestling move. Card, please, he says. Razor's Edge. It's him on his shoulders. Thunk. And gets up a little dazed. Alright, the other Chaos Warrior is going to attack. Four skulls. Beat that. Ching! Well, he beat 3 of them. Took 1 damage. But he gets a wrestling move. As he's going down. Oh! It's going to be like a sacrifice throw. What potions are available? Okay. Yeah, I realize you're probably not in a position to look at your character sheet. So you have 2 1d6s. That's the only healing you've got. 2 1d6s. Four. Okay. I think I took away too many. Okay, so he comes back with 4 body points. His stunner. I was thinking he pops up like the Undertaker. And then he gets him and okay. He damaged both of them. They're going to stay put. And back to the elf. Jacer, once you're fully here, if you want to split the heroes with Bohemius, that might be a good thought. Yeah, but I didn't have the... You're right, Ribby. I could reset it myself. I gotta find that link. I know you sent me the link. It's been forever since I used it.
Yeah, give to the dwarf the control of the crossbowman, so you can keep 2 and 2.
I'll shoot Bohemus with some creds to reset. Spread the love. Share the load.
I don't understand what Ribby's talking about.
I'm okay with the crossbow. Oh, so he wants to control the dwarf and the crossbowman, and then you continue with the elf and barbarian?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that. We can manage that. Just to make it visually easier. Let's do that. Access to reset MentorBot when needed. Thank you, Ribby. Yeah, I should just keep that bookmarked, ready to go, because yeah, you never know when you'll need it. He's got things to do. Let's put that to the side there for the moment. Okay, where were we? Elf?
Crossbowman.
Crossbowman.
We just switch ownership. So
Okay.
the dwarf.
Oh, okay. All right. So, Jacer, you're up. Works fine all day, every day until stream time. That's true. That's correct. You know, you get nerves before you go on stage. It happens to the best of us. So, Jacer, what do you think? It is Jacer's turn, isn't it? Or did we skip the elf?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Forget.
did the elf go?
There he is.
They might be
No,
able to.
it's the dwarf turn. He just search for. Oh, he's the
Well,
next
because
turn.
I
So
attacked
is he
again.
after?
Yeah. So I attacked
Mm-hmm.
the. Yeah. Okay.
They were
yeah.
wandering monsters.
Yeah, he got the Wonder Monsters. Yeah, I think it's the elf's turn. I don't think the elf is gone. So, yeah, let's.
But the dwarf searched for treasure, and the
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
search for
we
treasure.
get
The
confused.
Chaos Warriors attacked me, and then the Barbarian killed the Goblin, and then the other two Goblins missed, and then I got
We did
attacked
the-
again by two more, by the same
Yeah,
two Chaos Warriors. And if Sargon's turn is over,
It is.
Okay,
then it's-
so I got
then it's,
confused down there.
yeah, then it's the elf's turn.
That's okay. I mean,
So the elf.
I know you don't like to control too many characters, so I understand. Yeah.
So the elf is going to move one square to the right and shoot the goblin.
Perfect.
Two.
Yeah, I don't think he can do much about that. Got him.
Now is the dwarf. That's it.
Okay. Now, Jacer. Both of the Chaos Warriors have taken 1 body point of damage. We're just waiting for the dwarf. Jacer, are you traveling? Did we lose him? No, he's still there. He's muted. Maybe he's just thinking. Hey, welcome newcomer. Are you here to play a hero? see who that is. I gotta turn off streamer mode so I can. Oh, he's gone already. Yeah, I'm not trying to scare people away when they join. It's just, oh, if you're here, I mean, hey, you can control a hero if you want.
I'm gonna have the dwarf back up a space, and he's gonna shoot the one straight ahead with the crossbow. Oh, nice.
3. Okay, Chaos Warrior attempts to defend. Cha-ching, and 1 hit.
All right.
Got one.
Have the princess with the sling, and she missed.
Darn.
And where's the crossbowman?
Right here. We just swapped out his remarkable rims so that it would match the
Okay.
dwarf. That was
Sweet.
my thinking anyway.
Let's see. Really don't have much to do. I guess just move him 2 spaces north, and he'll hang out there. Dang. I don't know if we can get a shot through there.
Say he's good enough. He could hit
All right.
this top one.
All right. Let's go for that. 3. 2 skulls.
Got him. Ugh. Clang.
All right. And that'll end my turn.
Alright, so Bohemius is controlling the barbarian.
Let's call for the little goblin. Get a chance to run away. Did it.
Well, his orders were to stay there and slow him down. He failed.
And I'm going to do a bonus search. Can I do it? Right?
Yes. 1 bonus search. This is a safe search.
Yep.
Okay, so we ignore the hazard. We try again.
Awesome.
Gold! 15 gold coins are yours.
But I'm not an explorer.
Yeah. Turn that. Take it down to the local casino and turn it into 25 more.
And that's it.
Okay, so you should have 1,500, I believe. 1,500.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, this Chaos Warrior is going to move forward to attack the dwarf. Two skulls, dwarf. Uh-oh. Let me turn on streamer mode here. I don't want you to hear all those beeps. Just turned it off so I could see who the new guy was. Okay. Wow. So you completely demolished that attack, and you get a wrestling move. You want a card, Jacer? Oh, his his microphone's glitching. You want one of these? Maybe type your answer if you're able. I don't know. If you're in a dead zone there.
Oh, I didn't think I was. And I
Oh,
even unmuted it.
now you're
But yeah, draw a card, please.
now you're clear. The leg drop. Ugh. He tries to tear his shirt, but then he realizes it's elven chainmail, and he stops trying. Okay. Hey. All right. Hey, thanks for that. I appreciate the support. Thanks, Ribby. After all the trash he talked about me, he still supports me. I appreciate it. And you're not just supporting me, you're supporting the community, is how I see it. Thank you. Okay. So I guess that's all that Zargon can do. That's all the trouble he can get into. So we're back to the elf. So Bohemius, what do you think?
Sorry for the elf.
Yes.
Does the elf as a way as a potion for jumping those traps?
Let's see.
An airwalk or dexterity?
Well, his dexterity potion is in the hands of the crossbowman. Doesn't look like he has anything else that would aid him in that regard. He'd have to just do the plain old jump.
Yeah, to try to preserve the potion of vision, it would be just a waste. So let's do something. Let's move into the room. 2 square to the left. Oh, let's roll first.
Sure, he'll get at least a 2.
Yeah,
After that, who can say?
9. It's fine. So 2 square to the left, 1 square south.
Just got a potion there. Ooh, 2 potions. Thanks, Wardicon. Bonus potions for heroes. And a chaos card for Zargon. I like it. And a threat card for Zargon. Hey, I like this guy already. Okay, potion-wise, sorry to interrupt your turn there. Let's get these potions. So there's a potion of resilience, so that's like defense. We've got elixir of life. This is that one where it gives you 1 body point per turn for 5 turns if you use it.
Great.
And we've got a half-filled potion of healing, which is +2. Wait, was there 3 or only 2? Nope, sorry, I'm wrong. It was only 2 potions. My bad. That one goes back into the deck. Okay, but we've got the elixir of life and the defense. So who should get what?
I think we should give the elixir to the dwarf.
Miss Jacer objects.
No objection here. I just used 2 potions and there's still a Chaos Warrior alive.
Yeah. And the other one, the strong one, to the elf.
Okay, so the elf gets resilience, aka defense.
Defense, yes. Okay.
So you got 7 squares left for the elf.
Which spell is it? He got left.
He's used all
The
of
elf,
his spells.
nothing.
Yeah,
Used
Hypnotic
all of them.
Blaze, Time Stop, and all 3 of its spells have been used.
Yeah, let's do that. Move 2 square to the left and 1 square to the south. And stay in the green room. Let's wait for the mercenary to pass the potion. If you want to. And that's it.
Okay. Alright, thanks for the threat card, Wardicon. Okay, so it's the dwarf's turn. I really should play this card. Let's see. Pit Trap. So I'm going to play that now on the crossbowman. He falls into a pit to his death. Clunk. Despite precautions, you sprung an unseen trap.
That was cruel.
Yes. And unusual. Let's see. So the
Can you do an uncommon feat to try to drink the potion to avoid it and move a spot over?
Oh,
Kind of
like-
like the falling block trap?
the dexterity. That's a thought. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's have you try it. Roll 1 combat die.
And stop like Jackie Chan from falling.
Okay, so he maneuvers. He does like a flip, and he's got like one leg straddling one side, one leg straddling the other. He's like, ah. He's like sweating. Okay. All right. He's alive then.
All right.
His potion is gone.
Yes, his potion is gone. And I think he already used a healing potion before, right?
Correct.
So I think that's gone too. Yep.
And if I had another pit card, I would play it right now. No! So cross off dexterity. Okay, what were we doing now? So the elf was done, the dwarf.
I don't know.
I would suggest
The
that
dwarf.
maybe the barbarian at some point might be able to give the whip to the elf, and then the elf can use the whip and hopefully not lose his vision, his potion of vision.
My plan? What's my plan B?
Okay. Oh, the whip. Okay, good.
Now, the elf is going to have to make sure that he tosses the idol to the barbarian after he tosses the whip, or maybe before.
Yeah, but the barbarian is going to ask the elf to give it back because he needed it for the jungle of the truck.
Unless he double crosses him and then gets killed by a trap anyway. All right. Inside the chest, you find a potion that says to refresh you.
Which potion?
It's in an ornate bottle, sealed with a cork, and it says on the bottle to refresh you.
To refresh me.
Hmm.
Okay. Refresh. Mountain Dew.
Well,
Gatorade.
those that refuse it are few. That is true. Okay, so you've got the whatever it
Two.
is.
2 potions. Random. Off brand.
Could be. It could be of great value.
Okay.
You never know.
Okay. Let's keep this potion.
All right. I suppose when it's time to use it, you'll figure out what it does. Now, if you had an alchemist in your party, maybe he could identify it for you. Okay. All right. Back to my turn. So I get to draw another scary card. All right. Fair enough. Okay. Hero's turn again. Starting with the elf.
I totally forget the last turn to move and give the whip, but that's it.
Nah, you go ahead and do it. I had nothing to
Yeah.
do anyway.
I had to search the treasure and then move and give the whip to the elf.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Enough to give it to him?
Yes.
Okay, so you're wanting to pass the whip from the barbarian
Yeah.
to the
He's
elf.
a family arrow. Please take care of it.
Yep.
Don't lose it. And then Zargon's turn.
Okay. And I do nothing really. I mean,
Okay, so
I
the
drew a
elf.
card, but I didn't want it, so yeah, discarded it. All right, back to the elf.
The elf. He cannot even jump. There's a dwarf blocking the door. Move. I'm going to try to jump.
Nobody jumps over a dwarf.
Pass to the dwarf.
Okay, Chaser.
Yes. And there's no monsters.
Correct.
Right, I guess move me into the next room and guess allow me to search for traps.
Okay, so you're going into the table room?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
already done that. I already done a search for traps and then a search for treasures, and I got the 2 Chaos Warrior. I thought,
Okay. All right. Then just 6 spaces to the left.
Okay.
And then I guess the search for secret doors.
Chaos card for Zargon. I like it. Thank you. All right, you're searching for secret doors in that room. All right, no secret doors detected. Now, there is this door that hasn't been opened yet, but it's just a regular door.
All right. I'll bring the crossbowmen 6 spaces with me, towards me.
Yeah, the princess follows you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You want him just behind you there?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Crossbowman follows the dwarf.
And that's it.
All right, barbarian.
Barbarian is going to jump this pit try to go in the direction of the dwarf. So one dice, right? Whoop, shield.
Okay.
Does he fell inside the pit?
Yes.
I don't remember. Yes. Okay.
Clunk. Okay, he loses 1 body point, and his turn is over.
Yep.
Okay, Sargon's turn. All right, Lure of Chaos. Okay, so we're gonna have the crossbowman roll a combat die, and if you get the black shield, he switches sides. So go ahead, Jacer, roll. He resists the temptation.
Right. That's right.
He's like, that sounds like a pretty good deal. After Zargon, sits down, tells him, he's like, I've got a better idea. How about I give you the
And
finger?
he's like, you tried to kill me with a pit trap and bring me back as an undead, and now you're trying to get my mortal conscious soul too.
How about I give you the finger and you give me my phone call? I say, what good is a phone call, Mr. Crossbowman, if you're unable to speak? All right, we reenact that entire scene, and then things are back to normal. Okay, good enough. All right, that's it for me. Back to the heroes. Elf.
Yeah. So the elf is going to use the whip to jump the pit.
Okay. Where the barbarian's head. Roll anything but a black shield.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
And continue the movement. Go by the side of the dwarf on the north square.
Okay.
And your turn, Jacer.
Right. Let's open that door.
All right, so it moves 1 and opens the door. Seeing into the hallway. Now, the way I treat it, of course, I only say you can go 1, 2, 3. You can see these squares here.
All right, and they look pretty clear. I'll step out into the hallway.
I didn't say they were clear.
Okay, no, well, you didn't say they were clear. I said if they look clear, I'd like to step out into the hallway.
If they look clear. Well, there is clearly a Chaos Warrior there, as well as some other monsters, which I need to put out, including a zombie. Sorry, the zombie is here. A couple of Famirs. Actually, a trio of Famirs. So it looks like they've set up a little kill box right for you. Just double check. All right, that's what you see.
Does the elf see some traps or secret doors?
He does not.
Okay.
His elf eyes do not see any traps or secret doors on that area.
All right. In that case, I'm going. Let me see what. I guess. I guess I'll take I can't stay on the elf's head, so I'll take a step to the north. And I gotta fire the crossbow. Guess at the closest Famir I can hit. I guess the one maybe by the door or the one straight diagonally. Your call.
I'm gonna say the one straight diagonal.
All right. My shot. 1.
You got one skull.
1 skull.
You got one skull.
1 skull.
Just doing a little sound check there. Thank you.
I guess check for elites before you defend.
Oh, thanks. Forgot to do that.
No problem.
Okay, so Famir is first. Top to bottom. Okay, we got one there. Alright. Zombie, then Chaos Warrior. Just normal. Okay. So one elite Famir. Alright, so he fires. He got one skull. Famir defends. Well, fails to defend.
All right. Princess takes a shot.
She missed.
And missed. I guess the crossbowman will move 1 space south and shoot at the zombie.
Yes, okay. Wow,
Ooh, 3.
great. There's a chance. Nope.
Yep, wrestling mover bust. All right, and now that'll end my turn. You up the barbarian.
Barbarian. Rings. Potion of speed.
All right. So he's rolling.
And move 17.
Woohoo.
Yep. Just
Out of the pit.
put the barbarian just in the middle of all the monsters, please.
9. All right, there he is.
And attacks the
You're locked in here
Chaos
with
Warrior.
me. Okay.
Chaos Warrior or Ophemir? I don't know. Let's do the Chaos Warrior.
All right.
Two
Barbarian
skulls.
takes a swing. 2 skulls. Chaos Warrior, ching, and a hit. He puts his hand to the hole in his armor, and he kind of like licks his glove. Like, ha. Ugh. Okay. All right, my turn.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm going to play Captured. Chaos Monster wants a hero for a prisoner. Any 2 or more monsters adjacent to any hero may combine their die roll attacks into a single large attack. If they successfully beat the hero's defense, there we go. Die roll by at least 2 points, that hero is disarmed and captured. So we're going to say these two Famir and this Chaos Warrior are going to combine their rolls. So we
They
got
will never catch me.
4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So 7 white and 3 black. Four, 7. So 7 skulls. All right. So now you got to beat that barbarian. You want
Let
to
me check if I
get
some way to beat that, but
just looking at your potions.
Nope.
Can I use luck since I'm in sight of him, or does it have to be a card that's used on me?
That's a good question. Well, okay, two things. So you do have a potion of frost skin, which would give you 2 extra combat dice when defending.
Yeah.
But if he plays the luck
Is
card, it says automatically cancel the effect of 1 combat card played by the evil wizard player. So you could just cancel it.
Well, you still got to take a bunch of individual attacks, but yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do the special. I just so it's up to you, I suppose. Or you could just take it like a
I
champ, I guess.
I don't know. Oh, I mean, we are not at the end of the quest. I don't know if you want to use that one. What happened if they capture me? What is going to happen?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
It's lost of the character. They kidnap me. They take me in a secret part of the dungeon.
Possibly.
I don't know.
Then you run into that old question of, do the other characters know where I am? Do I know where I am?
Jason, you already know. If you use this card on this event, the next one is the lock trap.
I know. We'll have to space ourselves out.
Card counting.
So, up to you, Jason. You decide.
Do it. I mean, worst that happens is the crossman ends up dying from a log trap.
The crossbow is still alive? Yes. Okay. So,
Yeah, no, he'll be the one that dies from the log trap. I know.
He's doomed.
Yep. Use both potions. Yeah, I'm gonna use the luck.
All right. Okay, so
So you're probably gonna get 4 attacks now instead of 3.
yeah, so they try to coordinate and they're like, but they're so concerned, they're so like arguing over tactics that they kind of like lose their coordination and they don't get to do it. So they just do ordinary attacks. All right.
Yep. Yeah. The elite femur is trying to tell him that he outranks the Chaos Warrior, and the other two aren't sure because the Chaos Warrior normally outranks them.
Yeah.
It's a big cluster.
Shreemer. Yep. All right. Okay, so we just do individual attacks. All right. So the Chaos Warrior is going to attack first. So we disregard the previous big roll. 1 skull.
One shield.
Oh, I gotta use some of these up here. Okay, so no damage. Clang. Okay. The Elite Famir is going to attack. So 3 black. 2 skulls. Barbarian defends. Ching! Combo breaker! And a wrestling move.
And the card. Thank you.
Spear! Ah! Pops up again, but he's definitely reeling. Everyone's like, you hear like a low chant, Goldberg, Goldberg. Okay. He's gonna step to the side. This time he defers to the authority of the Chaos Warriors. Like, get out of there. This Famir moves in to attack. He missed. Alright, this Famir attacks. 2 skulls. Oh, I should have moved him farther. Whoops. I forgot you have diagonal weapons. Ching! No damage. Okay. Heroes. Starting with the elf.
The elf goes one step to the right, one step north, and shoot diagonally with the longbow, the familiar.
The longbow, okay.
2 skulls.
Got him.
The dwarf.
All right, 6 for movement. All right, I'm on to. I guess put me 2 spaces south of the barbarian.
2, 3, 4. Okay, so since he can see a little bit into that corridor, let's reveal anything that he might see. Okay, so from here he can clearly see that there is a stone wall here. But for the present, that's all he can see.
All right. He's gonna go crossbow to the Famir. All right, 2 skulls.
Impressive. Got him.
And Melandriel will shoot at the other Famir. Sling for 1.
How funny would it be if she actually got him?
Right in the eye?
Cha-ching!
Nope.
No damage.
All right, the crossbowman will take 1 step north and shoot at the Chaos Warrior. And you know what? Actually, he can go 1 step. He can just go 1 step to the right from where he was. I'll still put him in a diagonal.
Yep.
All right, 3 dice. 2 skulls.
Cassowary defends. Oh, not so good. Got him. You're in
All right.
charge, he says to the Famir as he collapses.
All right. I guess it's up to the barbarian. Take out the leader. And yeah, that move diagonal doesn't look too good for the Famir.
All right, barbarian. All right, are we back?
Yes.
All right. So I do want to acknowledge the fact that Elviler did post an update earlier, and I totally forgot. So sorry about that. He's the guy that did our artwork here for our in between intermission screens, so we owe him a lot. So I think the least we could do is take a look at his update. So I see that there's another guy on YouTube. He just covered the same stuff that we did, the unboxing. Werfel Punk. Werfel is dice in German. Jungles of Delthrak, Inhalt Gelicht. So check him out on YouTube. I'm not seeing a lot of other news. Someone was just commenting that the heroes will have to travel a long way from the world's edge mountains to get to this jungle. But then I was thinking, well, maybe it's a magic jungle, who's to say, right? Might be artificial. Yeah, let's take a look at elviler.com here. So get the right window.
Well, that kind of brings it back online with that the Wandering Monk
Map.
flyer.
Yeah.
Going back
The map
towards
of the Wandering
World
Monk.
Edge Mountains.
I love it. Okay, Elviler. Welcome to the jungles of Delthrak. Know where you are? You're in the jungles of Delthrak, baby. You're gonna die. Watch it bring you to your knees. So yes, the same idea. I'm sure many have thought of Guns N' Roses. So anyway, you got that. So just having left the paradise city of Elithorn, our valiant heroes ventured to the World's End tournament. They face off against the Ogre Horde. They very nearly end up knocking out on the plastic trays. You got to pull really hard to get the miniatures out, and you got to push really hard to put them back in. So Adam Glick, who was on the Avalon Hill team, we met him Gen Con 2023. He identified himself as the one who was primarily responsible for redesigning the box. So they made a box released January 2022, which was smaller, has a smaller footprint on the shelf. It's much easier to take the figures out because there's like a clear plastic cover on each of the trays. So you take the cover off and then you can just easily lift the figures in and out. And we also discovered at Gen Con 2024, why did I say 2023? 2024 is coming up. And yeah, it was last year. I'm all confused. Yeah, so last August, we got to see it in person. And the new set, 2022 set, it just has like plastic wrap. So it's just got the shrink wrap over it. So it's easier to open, easier to unbox. And they updated 2 cards. So at last year's Gen Con 2023, we saw that the helmet card mentions that it's metal, because we've got all these heroes now in retail that can't use metal armor. So it's just explain that, the helmet really is metal. It really does count as that. And they also updated the hand axe to say that the wizard can't use it, because the original version of the hand axe in the European version, the wizard couldn't use it, but then in the remake version, they left that text off of there, so people wondered what their intention was. So, but other than those 2 small changes, it's the same exact content. All of the extra artifacts that you never find in the game system, like the Fortune's Longsword, Ring of Fortitude, Rod of Telekinesis, which one am I forgetting? Phantom Blade. All those are in there. But back to this. So Elviler has the best of. He's featured all these card pictures and miniature pictures. A little glimpse into the story of the dwarves after the events of Keller's Keep. So the next question is, chronology-wise, when does this take place? Is this long after Keller's Keep or right after Keller's Keep? I mean, my guess would have been maybe it takes place much later because you've got cultists in it, but these aren't necessarily the same cultists. And just because there's goblins and skeletal archers doesn't mean that it's necessarily right after against the Ogre Horde. They might have just been around all along. They just happened to be in the jungle. So he sums up the storyline. He mentions we've got the 29 miniatures, new Berserker and Explorer heroes, 36 cards, 39 cardboard pieces. Okay, I got that wrong because I was thinking it was 39 cards, but I think he's right there. It's actually 36 cards, 39 cardboard pieces or tiles or tokens. And then he has a picture of the miniatures, of course. Looks like we've got the male and female poses for this is him, Elveiler saying, for the two new heroes, there must be the Berserker, a type of human fighter, maybe meant to be a new version of the Barbarian, and the Explorer, possibly a new version of the Dwarf. That just leaves the Wizard. I personally don't see the Warlock or Druid as being a replacement for the Wizard. I agree with him. Well, with the new Druid sculpts and against the Ogre Horde, maybe that's not true anymore. I suppose they could pose as an alternate Wizard. So yeah, the old speculation was that against the Ogre Horde would have a female dwarf. Instead, we got like small versions of the Druid, male and female. Here, you do have a female dwarf, but it's a different character type than the classic dwarf. And no female wizard. So, and then he mentions the animal companions. So we've got the Saberfang and the Raptor. Several people commented they didn't like the idea of raptors being in there, but Bohemius did mention, hey, you've got dinosaurs in classic Warhammer fantasy lore. You've also got dinosaurs in D&D lore, so why not here? Just one particular creature. The big bad guys. Old favorites. Yeah, he mentions the repeated characters. Yeah, because these cultists are different than the other cultists. I think we've been over this. I'm not going to spend another 2 hours talking about it. He talks about the interior design pieces. Nice evil-looking statue. Well, I guess it looks evil. It's got skulls all over it. Figure this will be the same quest book symbol as the Rise of the Dread Moon statues. It's not really a different item. Okay, but who among us is going to cut that off the base and turn it into a regular miniature? And now you've got a Zargon character. If you think that's what Zargon looks like. Okay, and then he asks the question, is this a new mercenary? Along the same lines as the animal companions, I also love the idea of mercenaries, though not as new of an idea, it is similar. What is new, however, is the idea of hiring creatures that are usually enemies, such as the Ogre Mercenary against the Ogre Horde. I really hope this is a Goblin Mercenary, and I hope they keep this trend going in future quest packs. Some speculation I have about this one. It has some features that are very similar to the Warlock. The dagger or wand in one hand and the odd-looking claw in the other hand. I definitely don't think this is just the normal hand compared to the other hand. It looks way too big. Maybe this is a mercenary. It can cast spells like the Warlock. Or maybe this is just the Warlock after the effects of using that scary magic for so long.
My guess, his name is Ash.
Darling Darla.
Honoring an amalgam Ash.
Well, and you know...
Well, then the goblin would be named Nil.
That's what he named it?
He loves goblins and warlocks, so I believe.
I don't blame him. Well, and I was telling PSK, one symbol and frequent character mascot he has is a gorilla with a big microphone. And I was like, if you could just replace that club with a microphone, you could have maybe give him some purple, some punk outfit. So yeah,
definitely would be the Rilla then.
Yep.
Yeah, but you know what is more scary than the hammer? The size of that bone. Which kind of creature got that kind of bone?
Oh yeah,
it's huge.
Yep. That's a good point. Big scary bone, big scary creature. All right, so let's see, and he's just summing up his thoughts. So definitely check out elveiler.com, Elveiler's Game Room. He features. I don't think I've seen any new. Oh, he just sums it up nicely. Sorry, it's not a gorilla. Same thing, right? Giant ape, blight crawler, serpent, blight weaver, Raptor, Skull Blight. So he's referring to that as a shambling mound. Looks like it is undead, some kind of unfortunate dwarf that died in the jungle and reanimated maybe. Looks like it might have a beard. A tree beard? That's my comment there. Goblin Archer, Skeleton Archer, Spawnling. No minis, they're tiles. So Amalgamash is not going to like that. Tiles from...
Nope.
But to be fair, we have had tile monsters before. I mean, think of the Death Mist from Return of the Witch Lord.
Yeah,
But who
yes,
wants that?
but
People want sculpted plastic that they can paint. You know, it's
yep.
more
If
intimidating.
you calculate, they made it that way because they stack up, right? So how do you stack up miniatures is impossible
Yeah, unless they designed it
unless
to
they do.
bolt on
Yeah,
every
decided to have
type
a
of
base
hero.
with multiple miniature in the same.
Good point. Yeah,
I don't know.
the mechanic. They could have designed the mechanic differently, but yeah, the way they designed it is you're supposed to take the hero card and like stack those tiles on top of it, or I guess you could
Yeah, they're like
stack them
counters.
underneath.
I think it's an awesome mechanic. I mean,
I know that there's Reaper miniatures out there that look like vermin. They're like, it's just like a tile with a bunch of spiders on it, or a bunch of rats or snakes, or you could just take one of those.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people will do that. So he looks at the other tiles. We don't know what any of those things really do. Although I have kind of wondered, that campsite, you know, you could put that rock circle there where the burned out fire is, and maybe put the giant Mountain Dew flame on top of it. So maybe the Sarlacc pit, yeah. Yes, indeed. It's a piranha plant or fly trap. Choose Your Own Adventure. I love those books. So anyway, good to see his thoughts. We do have some comments from the video that was playing. I hope I didn't distract too many people with that. So can you see that? Okay, so comments. Dungeon Master stopped by, says, hello everybody, welcome to the jungle. I love the content. 82FDNY says, just ordered. Athena, Shield of the Divine, says, OMG Raptors, that gem piece looks cool. The yellow piece next to the spider, I mean. I'm so excited for this expansion. Who's the new hero? Robert Giornelli says, ciao, Ragazzi. That bioluminescent room tile looks so cool. Deadpool's multiverse. Isn't the red creature the Manticore from Darkscape game? It looks like it. I'm not familiar with Darkscape. Sergeant House, Raptor Companion in red. Athena says, love the idea of cutting out tiny pictures and gluing them to the paintings. Oh yeah, from the treasure pile, because there's a frame. Looks like it could be either a mirror or a painting. Looks like the hammer one of the heroes is holding. Yeah, there was a tile that looked like a hammer. Berserker's Warhammer, maybe. Deadpool's Multiverse says the red bar on the corner of the box is a QR code. It says scan. Yeah, but what does it go to, I wonder? Maybe just to the Pulse page. Luca Rock says, I'm digging how colorful all this stuff is. Looks a bit too toy-like, but that's how you play the game more than anything. Athena says, can't wait to use the big room for arena mode. Oh yeah. Luca Rock says, are the Skull Blight things supposed to be like D&D shambling mounds? Oh, and Athena asked about the Slim Box. That's why I got on that. Luca Rocks answers, the Slim Box was the second wave of game system boxes that came out of something. They were a little slimmer than the HasLab box. Okay. Suddenly I'm feeling kind of tired. It's been a long day. Fubar says, so the pattern, if there is a pattern, based off the last couple years, is new quest content in the summer/early fall, re-release content in mid-fall winter, new character pack late winter spring. So should we possibly be seeing some hints for characters in a month or two, and a surprise announcement in October, or re-release of Dwarf pack or Wizard pack or Wizards of Morcar? I'm just stirring the rumor pot. Elvira says technically cards could maybe be considered cardboard pieces. But why would they do that to confuse us? I'm not sure. Gotta make a run the kids for dinner. Okay. Alright, thanks Elvira. Appreciate you stopping by. Thanks to Fubar. Yeah. Okay. So we had our little break, but I'm feeling really tired all of a sudden. So I'm thinking, guys, if you don't mind, we could kind of call it, pick it up next week.
That's um, that's okay.
All right. Any closing comments about Jungles of Delthrak that we need to get out of our system at the moment?
Not really. The Explorer is pretty close to an Adventurer, so I'm happy with that.
Hmm.
Same thing with the Berserker. I would have liked like a more of a Troll Slayer style dwarf, but it can still kind of works.
And personally, I'm not sure about the green color. I know several people, including Bohemius, really like the green. I guess it fits with the theme. It seemed
I don't
Jungles of
mind the
Delthrak.
green. I'm not sure how
Yeah.
it goes like because it is separate, so I don't mind it too bad.
Hmm.
It's kind of a little, I guess, off.
I mean, if you're not painting the figures, of course, people that paint it probably don't care.
Yeah, but they did make it a slightly different color than the Goblin Orc green.
Definitely. Yeah.
But it's still it is close though.
$85 in Australia. Well, but that's all Aussie dollars.
Yeah, I just didn't think it would be that high because it was just at like 65, 70 Australian, and all those sites sold out, and the only one left
Dang.
was like 85, 84.95.
See, that's just gouging. I mean, the thing's not even out yet.
Right, and that's what I mean. Like, and it's
Yeah.
they're all like listed as pre-orders, so the stores usually only get so many on the first run anyway.
If they're
So
not,
yeah,
I mean, in Australia you might be out of luck. I don't know, but I would just think, yeah, just wait. They're gonna restock it. I mean, hopefully. The only country we've heard.
I'm just looking at different price points, and I was
Yeah.
like, all right.
Good comment though. I mean, the only country we've heard about where they've failed to restock expansions after they sold out is Spain. So Hasbro Spain needs to get their act together. If I were a fan, I would be pissed. A fan.
Yeah,
living
or
there.
they have to or allocate more Spanish versions
Yeah.
when they open, at least.
Come on. Yeah, is it that hard to translate it into Spanish? Maybe it is. Maybe they just really need some job openings, or they just don't want to pay for it. I mean, who knows? But yeah, each regional Hasbro has their own thing. Hey, Glasgow's here. Hope you haven't killed that beautiful elf. Oh no, only killed him with kindness. Yeah, I tried to kill the crossbowman, but they figured a way to keep him alive a little bit longer. So I guess we're just gonna leave off. Is it Zargon's turn for next time? Because you killed all the monsters.
Unless the barbarian is going to move, because he attacked and
Oh yeah, he's still moving.
didn't move.
Would you like to move your character as the last? The last
3 square to the south.
1, 2, 3, revealing the corridor. Okay, let's just see if he sees anything for next time. Oh, and Fubar said,
And yes, let's do the rest next time.
other than somebody out there is going to make that gorilla fight those raptors in some twisted King Kong fantasy. The advice I have for buyers out there looking at such high prices is you have a lot of game content to work through currently. You can wait for the jungle price to come down. Another good point. How many of you are going to buy the expansion and play it that very same day that it arrives? Or is it going to sit on your shelf for a couple of months till you get to it? Think about that. Very true. Very true. I know there's that gotta have it attitude, but yeah, except for a couple countries, these are retail releases. They're not meant to be limited time. But yeah, to me, Jungles of Delthrak seems like a kind of a grab bag of ideas. And the real test will be how are they implemented. I mean, there's a lot to work with there if you just buy it and homebrew it. So he sees 3 goblins. But my feeling thus far is, I mean, they didn't lay off the entire Avalon Hill team. They just laid off the leader and the social media guy. So, and I mean, it sucks for them. It definitely does. But for all we know, that pack was pretty much completed and they had a clear direction for it. So I trust them in the sense that they've done right by us so far. They've done a great job on everything else, including Rise of the Dread Moon. So I'm confident it'll be a good adventure. And if they've made any like obvious mistakes, they're going to slowly correct those either with digital releases or like in the app, or yeah, they'll just answer questions with social media like they usually do. People will figure it out. So on the surface, it looks cool, but again, I always withhold judgment until I actually get to play it, which hopefully we'll get to do August 1st through the 4th at Gen Con. Now, if somebody else plays it and demos it and gives us a heads up, that would be kind of cool. But in concept, it sounds like it could be pretty interesting. All right. Okay, so he sees the 3 goblins and he sees a stone wall. Otherwise, that's all he sees.
Just last thought. It will this a competition anyway that is happening right now in the UK is opening a little controversy because they promise to try for the first time the game in Gen Con, and they're playing right now there. So I don't know if they plan it through correctly or they plan to show another game there in Gen Con.
Well, I guess they do have wiggle room because it does say, well, originally they were going to have a Hero Quest panel to share information about a new quest pack. And they canceled that and replaced it with just game sessions of playing new quest pack. So that might be Jungles of Delthrak, or they might skip it entirely and have something else like First Light maybe. But then again, First Light, I mean, if my inside information is correct, of course, it's not a quest pack. It's like an alternate game system or a separate game entirely based within the HeroQuest universe. So there's that. But on the other hand, it's subject to change. For all we know, they'll change it again, and it won't be that. But they sort of left themselves the opening to say new quest pack. Well, we didn't say which quest pack it was. So, I mean, I kind of hope it is. If Jungles of Delthrak is not coming out for another month after Gen Con, I mean, getting to play it would be pretty cool, but then you got to wait. On the other hand, I was thinking if they're going to let you play it and they have all these sessions to play it, that means they have boxes on hand. And if they have boxes on hand, why couldn't they sell those boxes? Unless they literally just have enough to demo the game and that's it. And they're just going to take those with them when they leave. Maybe there aren't enough for distribution. So maybe there is something that's kind of up in the air about that. Maybe they don't have enough to sell. Because I'd hate to be, I mean, I would feel like a pretty big jerk if I got it at Gen Con and like nobody else got it for a month. Then again, we've also seen that several of the expansions have had an official release date and then come out early. But who's doing that? Is it Amazon? Is it, one of these other stores? Is Hasbro really happy about that? Then again, I've also, not to rehash every single thing we've said on this topic, because we have covered this before, is that when Amazon releases a game early, I used to think, oh, that's bad. Like, that's the company breaking their contract, like releasing it early. However, we don't know that for sure. For all we know, they had the possibility to release it early and just got permission and they just put it out there. I mean, it's possible. Because otherwise, if I was Amazon, I would just release everything early. I just wouldn't care at all. If I knew there were no repercussions for releasing something early, I'd just release it whenever I wanted and get the sales. But I think these companies like GameStop, they're very strict about, like, it could be in the store, it could be on the shelf. Someone could ask to buy it and you can't sell it to them until release date. until release night. And if you're an employee, you don't get any special treatment. You can't take it home with you. You can mark it, but you don't actually get to take it home until release date. But that's GameStop, that's video games, so who knows. But for me personally, I'm not going to pre-order anything. I'm just going to
Wizards of the Coast is pretty strict on their releasing of Magic cards.
That's Wizards of the Coast, which is also under the Hasbro Gaming umbrella.
Right, like the store will do the same thing. They have everything there. You can pre-order it. They'll put a sticker on the box saying it's yours. You can't pick it up until like the Friday night of the pre-release for like certain events, but you can't get the rest of your product until the release, which was usually a week later.
Yeah. Well, and I think Rise of the Dread Moon was the only one that I recall. Maybe Prophecy of Teller and Spirit Queen Torment were the same way, where you could not buy it early. It just came out on release date. And for Rise of the Dread Moon, I got mine from GameStop, and Spirit Queen's Torment and Prophecy Teller I got from Hasbro Pulse. Other than the game system, that's the only ones that I've ever gotten from their website. I've always gotten them other places, just because they were available quicker or they were cheaper, you know, or maybe they were sold out on Pulse, but they were available somewhere else for the same or better price. But, I mean, they get paid either way, so I'll just get it when I get it. But I'm just saying, if it was available at Gen Con, sure, I'd buy it. I mean, if it was some guy like scalping it, maybe not. You know, even if it was one that they demoed and they were just like giving it away, you know, at the end. But I know there's a lot of other people with the same idea, so I'm not going to just assume that I could do that. I'll probably just get it when everybody else gets it. But still, if we get to play it, that would be pretty sweet. Pretty cool. All right, guys. So we'll pick up next week. Just looking at the calendar here, I'm thinking late June. I'll probably take 1 or 2 weekends off. But there is no stream tomorrow, no stream Saturday. So Rise of the Dread Moon will have to wait. Strange Bus is still moving, but we may be able to pick up with him to do the rant cast sometime in June. He said mid-June originally, so we'll see how that goes. But I know a lot of you are missing out on that. We didn't do it this week because I knew that the big info dump was happening after Thursday. So it's like, okay, we did what we did. All right, thanks everybody for joining us in HeroQuest fans. Appreciate you showing up, bearing with us. And
thank you. Good game.
Yeah, good game, guys. And we can check and see who we can raid.